Hello dear students, in last lecture we have discussed about the basic syllabus introduction of your syllabus, that is it is your paper Applied Microbiology. In this we have discussed about the what different types of units we have to study in this paper. So firstly we will discuss about the first unit, that is nothing but a dairy microbiology. So basic introductory part we have already discussed in last lecture. So now we start our unit with the basic introductory part about what are the importance or what is the need behind why we know about the what are the basic composition of your milk, different types of milk, how the milk play an important role in the rural economy, or what are the different product we can produce by using raw milk, and how they are useful. So with respect to microbiology, we have to discuss about the different microorganisms which play a vital role for the conversion of these different nutritionally rich substances, or we can say product, by different their metabolic processes. With respect to this, that we have also discussed about the, or we should know the spoilage of milk. Due to that, our milk our milk can be spoiled. So that to prevent the economical loss of your raw milk or your milk product, we have to prevent that entry of that microorganisms. So what are the different processes we have to study in this unit? So let's start with this unit. So dairy microbiology, the name itself already suggests dairy is nothing but all the milk related product or product which are produced by using raw milk. So milk and dairy product, they constitutes an important item of your food. As we have discussed earlier, milk is considered as a complete nutritional rich substance, or which fulfill all the basic requirement of an individual with respect to all the nutritional value. So that milk is considered as a complete food for the individual. These products are very suitable for the microbial growth, as it is nutritionally rich substance or product. So it also favor the growth of different microorganisms into the milk, so that due to entry of different unwanted microorganisms, it spoil your milk, so that your milk can be spoiled or your dairy product can be spoiled. So with respect to that, or to avoid or convert that raw milk into different economically important substance, we need a different substances, so that they convert your raw milk into either butter or cheese or from different substance product. So with respect to that, desirable microorganisms which we need to convert that raw milk into different substance, or some undesirable microorganisms, we have to avoid the entry of these microorganisms. As it is a nutritionally rich substance, it becomes more necessary to know the chemistry of milk. That means with respect to the what different molecules or different we should know the composition of milk, what are the nutritional value of your milk, its spoilage. So what are the different microorganisms, or what are the different way due to that your milk become spoiled, or we have to avoid the spoilage of our milk. So with respect to that, we should know the different unfavorable microorganisms which we have to avoid the entry of these microbes into your milk. Method of preservation. So as we know, these microorganisms are, when enter into your milk or your raw milk, they convert that raw milk into different substances, so that either taste of your milk become changed, or that milk could not be consumed as it become spoiled. So to avoid the entry of this microorganism, we have to use different preservation methods by means of either we can say a pasteurization method by heating your milk, or we have to make your milk free from this undesirable microorganism, so that your milk become preserved from that spoilage of your milk. And different dairy products, that product which can be produced by using that raw milk, by using these microorganisms, which can be converted simple raw milk into different nutritionally rich product. So by considering that, we have to know what are the chemistry of your milk with respect to milking animal, or from which source we are collecting your milk, or from that particular milking animal. Chemistry or different composition of your milk can be changed. So with respect to that, we should know the chemistry of your milk, its spoilage or spoiling microorganisms or polish procedure, different methods of preservations, and how the milk is converted into different products, where microbe play a positive rather than a negative. So with respect to that microorganisms, when we talk about the microbes, they play both either in case of positive role, in case of negative roles. In case of human, we can say some microorganisms are helpful with respect to your normal flora. Apart from that, some microorganisms are pathogenic. So you should avoid the entry of this pathogenic organism into your body. So with respect to that, some microbes play important role with respect to positive characteristics. That means they convert that raw milk into different nutritional rich product. Apart from that, some unwanted microorganisms or some bacteria or some different microbes, they play a negative role, so that your milk become spoiled. So with respect to that, we should avoid or the entry of that unwanted microorganism into your milk. So that we need a proper information about your milk and milk products. So milk is considered as a complete food, and it contains proteins. As we have already talked, your milk is nothing but a nutritionally rich substance. So it considered as a complete food for all kind of microorganisms. That's why it favors the growth of different types of microorganisms, or that microbes can easily grow in your milk, so that that milk, as it contains the proteins, the main protein part of your milk is nothing but in the form of whey protein, we can say, or in case of casein protein. So they consider about 100% protein which are present in milk in the form of casein protein, or in case of whey protein. Another, it also contains a fat content. With respect to the nutritional value of your milk, we should know what are the fat content of your milk. So depending upon the milking organism, fat content in your milk can be varied. Different carbohydrates which are present inside in the milk. Basically, the lactose sugar can be present in the milk. Different minerals which can be useful for the fulfill the nutritional value of your body. So that different minerals are also present in the milk. Vitamins are also present in the milk. We can say vitamin D3 or vitamin D can be present in the milk. Apart from that, about 50% or 80% of milk is about it is in the form of water. So these are nothing but the basic constituent of your milk. So with respect to that, and all individuals require all these substances for their nutritional requirements. Hence, your milk is considered as a complete food for the growth of any kind of microorganisms, or any kind of human being, or in case of animal. So it is nutritionally rich product, so that it favors the growth of different types of microorganisms. It is also a good medium for the growth of microorganisms, and it provides all the basic requirement for the growth of microorganisms. Hence, it favors the growth of all kinds of microorganisms. It is therefore important to know the types of microorganisms present in the milk. So to avoid the spoilage of your milk, you should know the different types of microorganisms which are present in the milk by means of their positive or negative role. If they play a negative role, we can prevent their multiplication in the milk, or if they are play important role or positive role, we can multiply that microorganism to convert that raw milk into different substances. So with respect to that, we should know the different types of microorganism is present in the milk. Their control and use for beneficial purpose. So if they are beneficial, we can multiply that organism and convert your raw milk into different substance. If they are harmful, we can avoid or we can kill that microorganism by using different methods, so that with respect to we can preserve our milk for long time or long duration. So with respect to that, we should know the all composition of your milk. Milk contain relatively few bacteria when it is secreted from the udder of a healthy animal. Normally, the main source of milk is nothing but a milking animal. In case of India, when we talk about the India is nothing but a agricultural country, or the basic occupation of your people are nothing but a agriculture. With respect to that, the pet animals were normally having a farmer is nothing but a cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, camels. So, and that animals are also considered as another source for the milk. So large quantity of milk is produced from buffalo or in the form of cow or goat form. So by collecting that particular milk, the requirement for your milk is completed, or the different product from that milk can be produced. So basically, when we collect your milk from that milking animal, it contains relatively negligible amount of microorganisms, or you can say bacteria, inside the milk. But after the suppose we have collected milk from a particular animal, or from the udder of that animal. Udder is nothing but a place from where we collect it is nothing but a place of, we can say, a breast, where we can collect a milk from that milking animal, and it is nothing but a mammary glands where that milking animal secrete a milk, and milkman or human being collect that milk from that udder of that animal. So at the time of collection of your milk, it contains negligible amount of bacteria, but as that milking procedure or different utensils which can use during the collection of your milk, entry of microorganisms gradually increases. So what are the different factors, how that microorganisms are increasing with respect to the time? So we have to discuss. However, during milking operation, it gets contaminated from the exterior of the upper and the adjacent area. Normally, we have to collect your milk from the udder of your milking animal. So during the procedure of or the milking process, either it is manually or by using the electrical machines or milking machines. So microorganisms entry can be due to exterior environment which are present at the time of milking process. It is one factor. Due to that, microorganisms can enter into your milk. Dairy utensils include all the milk can or the different pot we can use to carry out the process of milking process, or the milking can which can be transported from the original position where milk is collected to the dairy or to the market. So these are nothing but the utensils are used during the process of that storage of your milk. Milking machines, these are nothing but electrically operated machines where that besides the manual process, that machines carry out the process of collection of milk from the udder of your animals. The hands of the milkers, when we talk about the milking process, everywhere milking machines are not used. At the time, some milkmen which collect manually milk from that animals, so their hand also acts as a source of microorganism. From their hands, entry of different microorganism can be occur in your milk. From the soils and the dust, it is nothing but an area where your milking animals are. You can say it is nothing but a in Marathi language you can say it is nothing but a gotha, where all the milking animals are present, or we can say they stay at a particular location. That particular floor of that location, it also affect the microbial population, which can be affect the microbial load in that milk sample. So it is, if it is that area is very clean, that we can avoid or minimize the entry of microorganism into milk. If it is very dirty, so normally the microorganisms which are present in the environment are normally increases. So with respect to that different exterior environment, that microorganism present in the milk can be vary. In this way, bacteria, yeast and molds get entry into the milk and constitute the normal flora of milk. So normally we talk about these are nothing but acts as the normal flora of milk. Normally they present inside the milk, but their number they can be vary. So with respect to that, bacteria, yeast and molds, they can be vary with respect to the exterior environment, including the hygiene of your milkman, proper cleaning of your milking machine, proper sterilization or proper cleaning of your utensils, or your floor and present in that area. So these are nothing but the exterior factor, so that number of microorganisms present in your milk can be varied. The number of contaminant added from various sources depend on the care taken to avoid the contamination. So this exterior factor we can manage by carry out the proper precaution or proper hygienic condition we can maintain, and by following the proper protocol we can minimize the microbial population which can be present in the milk by following different aseptic, or we can say proper hygienic conditions. So the proper microbial load we can minimize. The presence of these non-pathogenic organisms, as we are talking about, they are nothing but the normal flora of milk. So these are nothing but non-pathogenic organisms in milk is not serious, but if these organisms multiply quickly, they can cause spoilage of milk, such as souring or putrefaction, and develop undesirable odor of your milk. These are nothing but the normal flora of milk. So proper sterilization process, if we are follow after the collection of your milk within 2 to 3 hours, we can minimize or kill that microorganism as they are non-pathogenic. So you can preserve your milk for a long time. But due to some reason, the proper precaution of your milk should not be carried out. So what happens, that normal flora, they can grow quickly inside your milk and they cause it multiply. Due to that your milk can be spoiled, and due to that souring of your milk can be happen, or your milk becomes spoiled. Apart from that, putrefaction can be occur, so that your milk can be we can say in other words it is nothing but a spoiled milk, and it develop undesirable odor, so that milk could not be used for the transportation, or that it could not be sell out at the dairy. So it is nothing but with respect to if you are completely depend on the dairy farm, so it is nothing but with respect to that economical loss. So to avoid that particular all these incidences, we have to minimize the proper hygienic condition at the milking area, and by following the proper protocol, we can minimize the microbial population, or we can control the multiplication of that microorganisms by storing a particular milk at a storage condition, at least freezing temperature, or you can say 8 to 10 degrees Celsius, so that multiplication of microorganisms we can minimize, so that your milk would not spoil. Or by following the different treatment like pasteurization, we can also minimize the microbial organism or microbes which can be multiplied inside the milk. So these are nothing but the different methods. So by following the different standard protocol, we can convert your raw milk into different economically important product, or as that process could not be followed, that microorganisms grow quickly and your milk become spoiled. So all these aspects we have to discuss about the in your first unit, that is nothing but a dairy microbiology. Next unit we will discuss about what is the composition of milk, what are the different microorganisms present in the milk in next.